The Ozone.
Welcome to the Ozone Podcast with Jaguars senior writer John Ozier.
All right, welcome into this week's Ozone Podcast with a player who's been a huge story this year for the Jaguars in an incredibly positive way. Jaguars offensive lineman, and I have to say offensive lineman because I can't say a specific position, Cole Van Lanen. And Cole, thanks for joining us this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll get into your story this season, which is fascinating. But tell me first about the team as you guys are getting ready for Denver, the mindset of this team this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think mindset-wise, it hasn't really changed kind of what's been going on all year. And it's really a week-by-week basis. It's a 1-0 mentality, continuing, trying to grow as a team. Every game now in December is a big game, right? And, at the end of the day, we're trying to come out with a W. And that's kind of where our mindset is just going in there and playing our best football all three phases.
What the story of your season, obviously, is playing a bunch of different positions. We'll get into specifics to that in a bit, but that's sort of been the story of the entire team, right? Guys being able to step up in situations regardless of what people thought of them in the offseason. What is it about this team that's been able to do that? Because obviously with so many guys doing it, it's sort of in the water, right?
Right. It definitely has to do with, I think, the talent that they've brought in here. I think this team is very, very talented, and that goes from starters down. I think that's been why there's been a huge no drop-off for whatever position that is, the guys filling in. And I also think it's just the confidence in the way this team plays.
Right.
And we're very attacking, and we're all just trying to put our best foot forward and do everything we can for this team to win. And I think that just is offense, defense, no matter what the position is. That's kind of been the mentality.
Is it a fair question to ask you what your best position is?
I can't say. I've honestly just played, here, there,
right.
all different positions. But I've been primarily playing tackle now for a couple of years
right.
here. And I would say that's probably where I'm most comfortable. But at the end of the day, playing football is football. And I've been just kind of attacking any position that I'm put into as the same. And technique and stuff's a little different, but at the end of the day, we're playing football. I've been doing offensive line for a long time, and
right.
just go out there and do the best I can.
Now, if I write it down, I can remember. Can you tell me which positions, which games you started this year, or is it just a case where you've got to know, and I go out there and do what you do?
So I've been just kind of finding out I was that like 6-man role, knowing that I was going to kind of back up everything. Kind of as it started, as guys started getting hurt and stuff, I kind of had an idea and just, show up Wednesday, get told where I'm playing, and let's roll.
Now, who don't know, you've played right tackle, right guard, and left guard this season, and the big tackle. But a big reason that you were 6-man coming in, hurt during training camp, maybe set you back a little bit coming into the season. Talk about overcoming that. It had to be disappointing at first, but you've sort of gone through a lot in your career. But just talk about overcoming that during the preseason.
It's hard. Training camp's the time where all of us get to kind of show what we have. And I felt like I was playing pretty good football. And, they moved me to guard kind of the first time in my career in a few years.
Okay.
And I got hurt day 2 of that transition. So I didn't really get to show much. I was, just kind of attacking my rehab, seeing what happens, and then, hoping I'm able to give that opportunity again to show what I really have. So when I came back, I just, I take the practices seriously. You're on scout team, whatever it is, and just kind of play my brand of football and was hoping to earn opportunities, and that's kind of what evolved. So,
do you have a feel for, everybody makes a big deal out of what you're doing because it's impressive. Do you have a feel for how unique it is, or is that even a fair question?
I definitely understand it is, and it's kind of hard because I'm doing it because from an outside perspective, I definitely I definitely would be like, wow, a guy's playing all those positions. But like I said, for me, my mentality is I'm just out there any way I can to just be on the field and help this team win. And whatever position that is, and like I said, I'm just going to give everything I have. And ultimately, that's really helped me play some decent football. And I'm just really trying to continue to do that and week by week and just play my best version of myself on the field.
Now, you talked about it a little bit when you met with the media a couple weeks ago, but it's sort of, I think you give some credit to being able to do what you're doing, to having started at one position in Green Bay and then moved when you got here. I guess take me through your positional journey again, if you could, if that's even a phrase, positional journey.
In college, I was strictly a left tackle.
Right.
I got drafted in Green Bay. They did move me around quite a bit. I was only there that year, and then I got traded here. I was guard for a year, and then when I showed up for OTAs in 2023, they had me at right tackle, and that was primarily that until this OTAs when I got here, or the new staff got here.
Now, is that one when you say you showed up in 23, at that point you just kind of do what they tell you to do, right?
Yeah.
You're still...
Yeah, and I didn't play like a tackle when I was here that year in 22, and they kind of transitioned me out there, and I just embraced the role, and I'm just a guy that's constantly trying to get better. So, I mean, I just really took advantage of that opportunity, got some tackle snaps, got some more last year. And then at that point, I just knew where my confidence was in getting some more playing time and understanding the game. Like, I'm ready to just, wherever you want to plug me in. When this staff got here, I told them right away, I will go wherever you need me to go. Like, that's...
Is that something where you went and made a point to go tell Liam, line coach, hey, I just want to make it clear.
Yeah.
I don't have to play right tackle. I can do whatever you guys need me to do.
100%. I think, this league really is, you got to earn everything. And, as a backup, it's really hard. You got to figure out your way, your edge. And for me, if that's what it is, that's what it is. And that, like I said, that's kind of evolved into what it is this year. Not expecting that.
Sure.
But yeah, it's been great.
How do you get, because clearly you've gotten better since you were in Green Bay as a rookie 6-rounder, even from when you were here at first. As a lineman, when you don't get reps in games, how do you improve the way you have? Or I assume you feel like you have improved a lot.
Yeah.
How do you get better as a lineman when you're not in games to get better?
I think just intentionality week to week. If I'm going against Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen every day, and we're pointing each other out, and we know it's a one-on-one every single day, that's going to get you better. And I just think intentionality, and you really need to just have that focus to improve, because those are your reps throughout the week.
Right.
If you're not out there on Sunday doing it.
Do you, most weeks this season when you've moved positions, have you known early in the week it was a good possibility?
Like I said, I think after the Houston game, after playing guard that game and understanding him in the 6-man, I think after injury and stuff, like I said, I had a good idea, but that didn't get confirmed till like Wednesday.
Got you.
But then, yeah, you'd have the week of prep.
Is this going to be a new role in the NFL, you think? 6-man offense?
Forever.
Because it's funny, because it is incredibly necessary.
Yeah.
No, and you would think it would have developed before, but this is a cool thing.
No, it definitely is. And, I definitely don't think everyone can do it. A lot of teams do a swing guard or a swing tackle. I think every team's different in that way as well. And I just, like I said, I've been fortunate enough to, perform out with the way I have on the field, and just going to continue doing my thing.
Now, the obvious elephant in the room is snapping. I know you've snapped. You can snap. How ready are you at center if that ever had to be the case?
It's been a minute now.
Okay.
The Seattle game, I was the backup center.
Right.
We really prepared for that.
Yeah.
I definitely think I can do it, and I do take a few snaps a week just to make sure I'm getting some snaps. I had a lot of fun doing it, embraced the challenge. I definitely think I could do it if necessary.
Is that a dramatically different thing than guard? I mean, obviously it is because you're snapping, but for you, is it?
That's kind of like the MO of what I've been doing. Yeah, your sets and everything are a little different, right? But at the end of the day, you're playing football, and for me, you're snapping a ball, but once that ball's snapped, you're playing football.
Gotcha.
So, I think the big piece is the knowledge of the game, playing center, and that's something I embraced early this year of learning the playbook in that way. And I think at the end of the day, that's helped me, be a better guard and tackle as well. So.
Now, as much as this is a great story, do you feel like you would like to get a position and say, okay, this is where I'm at?
Yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, I think that's what we all work for.
Sure.
And I think it doesn't make life easier, but when you have week to week and you can just hone in on the one position and continue to grow and work on your craft, I definitely think that helps you in the long run.
I would think it would have to make life easier a little bit. So, overall, the perseverance that you've shown to do what you're doing, do you feel like you've shown that, and where does that come from? Meaning starting off as a 6-round pick and then having to work to get here.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think from early on, I've really learned how to grow fast that this league really is everything is earned.
Okay.
And that's really my edge of just every day. You never know when it's your last play or this business is tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just seen a lot, been through a lot, and just know you never know. So I just try and do everything 110% and just at the end of the day when this is all done, I want to look myself in the mirror and I've done everything I can possibly.
Right. So you got to feel like your ceiling when you get to a spot where it's yours, your ceiling is still high.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you haven't
I just think,
met what that is yet.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be able to put the work in and, continue to grow, and who knows where that takes me.
A final question before we do the Ozone Five.
Mm-hmm.
What the offensive line this year, you guys have been a big part of it, your ability to fill in and be the depth. Why has this offensive line been able to play at the level that it has all season? What is it about your group, your room?
Yeah, I think it's one, aggressiveness. I think we're playing at a level where, we're harping every week how physical we need to be on the line. I think the camaraderie is really there. I think we're a really close group, and when we're clicking on all cylinders, I think we can be in a very elite group. And we just every week we really pick out the things that we need to work on. But like I said, it all starts with physicality. We got to get the run game going, and we need to protect Trevor, and we know what we need to do. It's been fun, and like I said, every week we know what we need to improve, and there's always a higher ceiling, and we continue to strive to be great.
From the time the regime, Baselli, Gladstone, Cohen took over, that's something they really talked about from the start. Physicality. It's going to be an offensive line centric, team, if you will. Did you feel that, and did that help? Is that something that I guess permeates the organization for you?
100%. We know that. We know that as a group. Like I said, I think many footballs that I've been a part of, the O-line sets the example a little bit, and it's very prevalent here that what we need to do on the field sets a tone, and we embrace that.
Gotcha. Final thing we do is called the Ozone Five. It's 5 fun questions. We'll get you out of here quick. Okay. Cole, what was your last binge watch?
Binge watch? Landman.
Okay.
Landman.
I hear that's good.
Very good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, we're going to subscribe to that just to get that. Your pregame ritual or song, anything that defines your pregame?
Pregame.
Or if you're just a guy going out and playing ball.
Really just a guy going out there and playing ball. I really try and stay low-key, not think about it, and just get ready to flip a switch when game time comes.
Gotcha. Sport other than football that you were best at?
Track and field. I was big into shot put and discus growing up in high school.
Awards, state honors?
State champ in both.
Okay,
yeah.
Figured. Your athlete that you've most enjoyed seeing or want to see?
Athlete. Honestly, for me, I would honestly say growing up, I was in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
It was really Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. It was really cool to see A-Rod in his prime, and then ultimately, as a player, to be a teammate with him. It was pretty cool for all that to come in fruition. But as a kid, watching Aaron in his prime play football was pretty cool.
Baselli hopes all offensive linemen say him.
Yeah,
so that's the right answer. So, your go-to show as a kid?
Go-to show as a kid? When I was really young, Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
I was big into Scooby-Doo.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
That's solid. Cole, on a busy week, I appreciate you doing this. Thank you for joining the Ozone Podcast. It means a lot.
Absolutely.